trade deficit occurs when a country imports more goods and services than it exports. This means the country is spending more on foreign products than it is earning from selling its own products abroad. How does a trade deficit work? Every country trades goods and services with other nations. When a country exports more than it imports, it has a trade surplus. But when imports exceed exports, it results in a trade deficit. Example, if a country exports $500 billion worth of goods but imports $700 billion, it has a $200 billion trade deficit. A trade deficit is measured using the balance of trade, which is part of a country's overall economic health. Causes of a trade deficit. High consumer demand for imports. If consumers prefer foreign goods, imports rise. Strong currency. A stronger currency makes imports cheaper but exports more expensive. High production costs. Domestic goods may be too expensive to compete internationally. Dependence on foreign energy and raw materials. Countries that rely on oil or raw material imports often run trade deficits. Outsourcing and globalization. Companies may manufacture goods abroad due to lower costs, increasing imports. Is a trade deficit good or bad? Potential benefits. Access to a variety of goods. Consumers get more product choices at competitive prices. Stronger economic growth. A trade deficit can mean high consumer demand and a growing economy. Foreign investment. Countries with deficits often attract foreign capital to finance imports. Potential risks. Loss of domestic jobs. If too many goods are imported, local industries may decline. Increased national debt. A long-term deficit may require borrowing to finance imports. Weaker currency over time. Consistently high deficits can lower the value of a country's currency. Example of a trade deficit in action. The United States has had a trade deficit for decades because it imports more than it exports. It buys large amounts of electronics, oil, and consumer goods from countries like China, Mexico, and Germany. While this allows Americans to access affordable goods, it also raises concerns about reliance on foreign production. On the other hand, countries like China and Germany tend to run trade surpluses, meaning they export more than they import. This helps their economies grow through manufacturing and trade revenues. How can a country reduce a trade deficit? Increase exports. Investing in local industries and innovation can make domestic products more competitive globally. Reduce import dependency. Encouraging domestic manufacturing can lower reliance on foreign goods. Adjust trade policies. Governments can use tariffs or trade agreements to balance trade. Weaken the currency. A weaker national currency makes exports cheaper and more attractive to foreign buyers. Quick recap. What is a trade deficit? When a country imports more than it exports. Why does it happen? High consumer demand for imports, outsourcing, and strong currency. Is it good or bad? It provides access to foreign goods, but can hurt local industries and increase debt. How to reduce it? Boost exports, manufacture locally, and adjust trade policies. A trade deficit isn't necessarily bad, but a long-term imbalance can impact a country's economy, jobs, and currency value.